Ladies and gentlemen, Lenny March here for the home show. March 7th, the home show returns to the Walker Dome. It's going to be a fantastic event. None other than these two men right here to my left and right, Jack Bullock and Joe Johnson. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack, first and foremost, how's things? How are you?
I'm good, mate. Feeling really good. Yeah, looking forward to the show in 3 weeks. Really am.
Absolutely, it's going to be a spectacular show. Like I mentioned before there, with you two on it as well, it just adds a little bit of spice to it, I feel. And Joe, back to you. How's things on your side?
Yeah, good, mate. Training's going well. Can't wait to get in there. Walker's obviously
Absolutely.
well, so got to fight on the doorstep.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to start with that actually before. How important is it you to perform on a big stage like the Walker Dome? You know, the home show back into like sort of the big arenas. Joe, first and foremost, how does that feel?
Oh, I'm buzzing for it, mate. Can't wait for it. Obviously makes it even better with it being in Walker. Hopefully day nice few tickets. Get all the boys there.
Obviously, you're local to Newcastle. Obviously, your brother on the show as well, Reese. You'll have fantastic fans in attendance, I presume.
Yeah, mate. Should do a few tickets later. See my kid fighting as well, so get a good crowd there.
Absolutely. Jack, I'll throw it back over to you as well. Obviously, you're back on the home show. I think it's been a few years since you competed on the home show. How does that feel to kind of get back onto the home show? Big arena. How does that feel?
Yeah, I fought on the home show. I think it was 2 years ago. Joe fought my teammate Harry, and I fought a lad called Dylan Yendel. That was a good show as well. It was in a smaller venue, so I'm looking forward to getting in the home show on the nice big Walker Dome and getting a good few people in there to watch the fight.
Absolutely. And Jack, I want to start about the first fight. Obviously on Victory Promotions, I want to say your home show compared to obviously Joe's home show. Now we're in Joe's home show. How does that feel now we're preparing to walk into basically Joe's backyard, his home show now?
To be honest, mate, it doesn't bother me what show I'm fighting on, because at the end of the day, what matters is me and Joe in the ring. So it could be in the middle of a car park to put the ring anyway. It doesn't matter. I'm concentrating on Joe. It doesn't matter where we fight, at the end of the day. But I've fought in the Walker Dome loads of times, so it's not an unfamiliar venue for me.
All right, we're back. A little technical difficulty, but we fixed it. Joe, back over to you. I mentioned there with Jack, obviously, this is like your home show. He's walking into your home show. How does that feel to kind of have that on your side this time around, other than walking to like his home show, should we say, Victory Promotions? But now it's the home show, March 7th, the Walker Dome. How does that feel to kind of have that behind your back?
Doesn't really matter. It's just a fight, but I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I want to put a good performance in on the home show, so we've been off home show, so looking forward to it, mate.
Absolutely. Well, what intrigues me about this fight is that obviously you've shared the ring once before, and that first fight was fantastic. If anyone that hasn't watched it, make sure you go there and watch it on YouTube. Spectacular fight. Joe, start with you. You watch back that fight now. What are ultimately the feelings of that first fight with Jack?
It's a good fight, mate. Back and forth. Both hurt each other, so it's a good fight. I'm looking forward to running it back.
And Jack, on your side, when you watch back that first fight, what frustrates you the most when you watch it back?
Well, nothing really frustrates. It's just to be honest, like I've said it before, in that fight, me and Joe both weren't at our best. Joe had an operation not long before. I went in with a broken nose and a few other problems, but we'll not get into that. So I think this fight has the potential to be a far greater fight, and the last one was an absolute banger. So I think we're both training hard as fuck, and I think that we're gonna really impress people this time around.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll talk about what you mentioned there. Obviously, Joe, unfortunately, having the surgery a few weeks beforehand, and obviously, unfortunately, missed weight heading into that fight. Was that a factor in your eyes? Do you believe it? Look into that. Any sort of like maybe Joe was a little bit heavier. Do you think that impacted the fight a little bit or anything?
Not really. I think it comes down to skill at the end of the day, and it was like I say, we both showed our skills. And it came down to the judge's decision, and Joe got the nod, which was fair enough at the time. I didn't have any disagreements with that, and I don't think it makes any difference. Joe's a good fighter. We're two of the best fighters in the Northeast, and we're just it's on whoever turns up on the night gets the win.
Absolutely agree. And Joe, I'm going to throw it back over to you. I know I've just accidentally muted you, but I'm going to unmute you again. Joe, we'll throw it back over to you. You watched that first fight. what do you take away? Obviously, what are you looking to prove in this second fight with Jack? Obviously, you got the win. Unfortunately, there was a weight miss. Is there stuff for you in your head that you will kind of want to rectify in this fight, or not?
I'll definitely not miss weight this time.
It maybe a few hours on the treadmill more.
No, mate. I think, like I say, it was the operation that
Surgery,
did us up last time,
yeah.
missing weight. So, but everything's gone well this time. Training's gone smashing. Diet's gone well. So, weight's looking good.
Absolutely. What I've seen from that first fight as well, I felt like you landed the more cleaner shots. You were just a bit more active. And obviously the calf kicks, I know Jack's probably thinking he doesn't want to take them calf kicks any longer. But them calf kicks sounded like they landed all night long. Was that the big game plan in that first fight?
Not really, mate. Just to go in and punch his head in, really. That's a game plan.
If the fight plays out like the first fight, if this second fight plays out like the first fight, who benefits more in your opinion, Joe?
I've got me winning like again, but like I say, we're both skilled lads, so we'll see on the night, won't we?
Absolutely. Jack, I'm going to throw it over to you. It felt like maybe, the third, the fourth, and the fifth, you started to pick it up a little bit. Was that sort of the feeling as well, that you thought you had to take a little bit of time to get into that fight versus Joe the first time around?
Well, see, I had a broken nose, so I was thinking, right, I'm going to try and not get punched in the nose for the first 2 rounds, but that didn't work, did it? So, and I just thought, wait, I'm getting hit in the nose anyway, so let's fucking go for it.
It was good.
Yeah,
the first fight was fantastic, and the second time we get like Anthony Joshua once said, the first time was so nice we had to do it twice, and that's what I feel with you two gentlemen. March 7th, the Walker Dome is going to be fantastic. Jack, I'm going to start with you. Obviously, you're looking to equal the score. What would this win mean for you over Joe to make it 1-1?
It would mean a lot. It's always nice to avenge a loss, and Joe's considered for the best kickboxers in the country. So, it'd be nice to solidify myself up there with the top boys. Seems like I don't fight kickboxing often, so it'd be nice to, when I do, obviously fight the best people in the sport.
Absolutely. And we spoke a little bit about that just before we went on air. Obviously, traditionally more of a Muay Thai fighter. Do you think that has a little bit of an edge, obviously, unfortunately, on Joe's side, because not really K1 or kickboxing your sort of sport? So do you feel like, basically what the question is, how do you kind of transition your style to get more suited to K1 and kickboxing for March 7th?
Well, you're just taking out weaponry. You're not throwing elbows and you're not clinching. But if anyone watches my Muay Thai fights, I fight fucking pretty hands-on anyway. I'm not a kicky, scory type of guy. I never have been. I'm not one of them who flick kicks and runs away. I just get stuck in and have a fight. So K1, Thai, it doesn't matter. I just come to fight.
And my same question was going to go over to Joe. Does it feel like you have sort of maybe like an edge a little bit? Because obviously you being more of like a K1 kickboxing practitioner, that's what that's pretty much all you fight in K1. Do you feel like you have a sort of an edge over Jack, who, probably primarily a Muay Thai boxer?
But it's my game, K1, you know what I mean? So I know what I'm doing there. So like I say, looking forward to it.
There we go. Joe, quite simple this one. Why should fans get their tickets for March 7th, the Walker Dome? If they've not watched the first fight, that's a good reason why. But let them know a second reason why they should be there March 7th, the Walker Dome. If they haven't got the tickets, why they should get their tickets.
It's gonna be exactly like the first fight, mate. War, and it's not just this fight. It's every fucking fight on the home show's class. So, but this fight alone's worth ticket money, you know what I mean? So that's it.
Absolutely agree. I feel like no more words need to be added on your side, Joe. You're straight to the point. You're straight business, and I love it. It's great to see. Jack, same sort of situation, same story. Simple. Why should fans get their tickets to watch you two go in action once again, potentially fight tonight? Why should they be there?
Well, like I say, mate, the fight, as Joe just said, this fight is worth the ticket money alone. It sells itself. Anyone who knows mine and Joe's reputation in the Northeast knows we'll come to fight. And, we'll get stuck in. And it's going to be 5 rounds of that. 5 rounds or less, who knows? But yeah, like I say, this card it's just not just us. There's every fight on this card is a banger. And K1 is probably one of the most entertaining sports in the world. So get yourselves down to Walker Dome.
What I love about you two gentlemen, that you're very respectful to each other, and some people might not like to see it and say, I'd see a little bit of anticipation, a little bit, see a bit, argy bargy heading to the fight. But I like this. You two very respectful lads. You know what you expect. After the first fight, I know what to expect. Do you like this even more so? Because obviously you've sparred together, you've trained together. How is the feeling heading to? I remember when we spoke before we went on air, Jack. You said, Joe, he's like my friend basically, but you have to fight these guys on the local scene.
But that's it. It's the domestic scene. You like people, you're friends with them. You've got to fight them one day. They're all. It's such a small sport, mate. There's only so many nutters who do it, So you're going to bump into your friends soon enough. And like I say, I'm looking forward to having a drink with you after the scrap. We'll have a good punch each other for 5 rounds, and then we'll get a pint in.
Joe, is it sort of the same question? Is it easier to fight someone when you respect them, like Jack?
Well, no, not really, but it's a fight game, innit? Like Jack says, you end up. Doesn't help that most of the Northeast lads are at the top, you know what I mean? So we're going to fight each other at one point.
Absolutely. Joe, I'm going to stick with you. Belt on the line as well, yeah. What's the beer of choice, by the way, lads? What are we going for?
Stella.
Lager all day. I just drink lager, mate.
Both on
any type of lager. Not calling on any shit, actually. Not the cheap shit.
There we go. Can we agree on a pint that we're going to buy each other? So Joe wants a Stella. Jack wants a...
Out. Just a cool fucking lager. Loser buys the pint.
There we go. Loser buys the points. That's a great little bet. I'll make sure I'll remind you of that one to whoever wins or loses on the night. I'll be there. It's going to be a fantastic show. Last few questions. Obviously, we've got another belt on the line, the 76 kg KGB British title. Jack, start with you firstly. How good does that feel to kind of have this on the line? I know the last fight as well had a European championship on the line. How good does it feel to have this sort of, a title on the line? Adds a little bit more, should we say, oomph into this one.
Well, to be honest, it's the same title as last time. It was a British title last time. The problem is obviously Joe missed weight, so he wasn't eligible to win it. I didn't win, so didn't win it. And so it's still on the line. So, it's, to be honest, it's been annoying us because that belt's been in my gym for a year, just waiting for someone to win it. So I get to look at it all the time, so it's pissing us off. I want it. I want it in my living room.
Joe, same question. Hopefully the weight all goes well. You get the opportunity to fight at the belt. How good would that mean? You win the belt. How would that feel?
Oh mate, the weight will be made this time definitely, and I think the belt will be on top of my wardrobe. The rest of the other ones.
From what I've seen in the Millennium Gym, you're quite fast on that treadmill. So I expect no problems. Hopefully with the weight heading into this one.
Oh, definitely, mate. Weight will be made. No problem.
And no surgeries.
That I was going to say. I know Joe. I know Joe's a professional at the end of the day, but it was just unfortunate what happened last time.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, ultimately we go back into this second fight. First fight was an absolute banger, and I want one sentence, lads, from both of you. Why? Or how does this fight play out in your head? Jack, start with you.
War. It is just war. It's like I know Joe. Like it's gonna be meet in the middle and have a scrap.
Joe.
It's going to be blood and war. Like Jack says, it's going to be a class fight again. Get yourselves along, get your tickets. Don't want to miss it.
There we go. No more needs to be said on my end. No more needs to be said on Jack and Joe's end. It's going to be a fantastic fight, ladies and gentlemen. March 7th, the home show, the Walker Activity Dome. If you're not watching this and you're thinking, why am I not being there? You have to be there. These two are on the card. We've got a fantastic main card, undercard, preliminary card. Just get yourself down because it's going to be a fantastic night of action. Be there. I'll be there. Jack and Joe are going to be there. It's going to be a fantastic show. We'll see you all there. Thank you very much.